On the left side of the screen, I have 4 folders created. These are basically just to simulate compact flash cards or whatever kind of card, whatever kind of media you want to import. I do it, let's call this based on camera. This is a drone. Here's a G7X camera, a little Canon. And let's say you have some information on an iPhone that you wanted to import. So if we wanted to import media, I like to keep things organized by date, and also I like to keep it organized by camera type. And to accomplish that, I'm going to go ahead and try to do this quickly. I'm going to do it to the imported media folder, which I have open over here. Right now it's blank. You'll see there's no files in there. So I'll double click on my drone media, and this is the file that I want to import. I'll go down to services, and I'll do this demo drone. And it'll start that. I'll double click my GX7. I'd like to get it from the folder level because I have it dated for each one of the folders when the G7X, I probably said that wrong a few times, that's okay. It'll do that. And let's say I go down to my iPhone. Let's take these couple of screenshots. I want to go ahead and import these as well. And I'll import them via iPhone. So if we look, it's importing it. There's the date by year, month, day, and then by camera type. In this case, drone, G7X. Hopefully I got that right. And then iPhone. So if we notice there's G7X, well, let's say there's 2 cards because we filled one up. And let's say we have a second card of the G7X. We want to do another import. Let's say this is it right here. We'll right click on it as well and do G7X again. And we don't have to worry about overwriting or anything, and it does show up as a separate card indicated by a 1 appended to the end of it. Let's go into how this is accomplished. Basically, it's using Automator to accomplish this task, and it'll keep everything organized. You can import it into whatever editor you'd like to. In my case, I use Final Cut Pro, and just makes your import a lot easier so you don't have to worry about creating directories or worry about the date or anything. It just does it for you. So basically, this video was inspired by a gentleman by the name of Matti at Travel Feels. He explained how keeping your media organized and, you know, just well taken care of really helps in creating videos and things like that. So I took that and I kind of manipulated it to a way that would help me. So basically, the only thing I really cared about was when and which device it came from, whether it was my drone or which camera it came from, was it from my iPhone or something like that. And I wanted to keep it organized that way, but I sure didn't want to keep creating directories. I tried just creating a skeleton structure of how I wanted it, and I really didn't like that either. And I thought, well, gosh, I wish I could just right click on it and just make it happen, right? So that's pretty much what I did. I woke up this morning and I noticed a video from Peter McKinnon, and through watching it, he was also creating directories to organize his media when he was going to import it. And I was watching him type those directory names or folder names, whatever you'd like to call them. And I thought, wow, I should just go ahead and make a video because it may help somebody in the future. For me, it's been working great, and I've been able to keep my stuff organized by date. And when I import it, there are a couple extra things that I do. But in looking at it, I figured I would share the information as well. So what we're using is Automator. Go ahead and the easy way to get there is hit Command Space to bring up your Spotlight search. Start typing that in, Automator, hit Enter. We'll let Automator load. And we will do File, New. And from this, we're going to create a service. That way it shows up in your right-click menu. So if you two-finger tap on a Mac, it will go ahead and bring up the service. So we'll select Service and then choose that. So what we'll do is we want this to happen on files and folders. We'll click that. And we want it to happen from any Finder item. So that's when this service will be available. So when you contextually hit the right mouse button. So for example, when you do that, it'll only happen on Finder items. If you try to pick something else like a Mail, Safari items, it won't show up. So it'll happen for anything that happens in Finder. In Files and Folders, we will select New Dated Folder. You might not have New Dated Folder. I will explain at the end on how to get this if you don't have it. I had this historically because I have an old computer and a bunch of old software on here, and I just so happen to have it. Newer ones may not have it. I'll give you a link at the end to go ahead and get it. Just double click or drag over the New Dated Folder. In this case, I double clicked. Okay, once this box comes up, I want everything to come to this imported media folder down here on the left. So basically, I will set the destination to Other, and then it'll be on my desktop, obviously. You can pick wherever you'd like, and then Imported Media. We'll choose Imported Media. I like my things to be the same string width, and I like it by year, month, and day. This is personal settings. You can do whatever you'd like on this. And you can also specify delimiters between each one of these items. This last one, I do nothing. And you'll notice here's the demonstration down here. On the date value, I like to do the month and the day leading with a 0, so they're all the same length. And I like the month as a number. So it's easy to read. There it is right there. You'll notice there's a value here. That's the value from this string right here. Currently it's before date. I like to do it after. So I'll do G7. Well, we'll start with drone. Drone. And I want that after the date. And if, for example, you type in drone or you go through this later, I'll show you in a second where it happens, and you don't press enter on this, it may not show up in this string. So just go ahead and make sure this string looks exactly the way you want it. Once that happens, you say, I want it to duplicate my items, and that's it. Boom, it's done. You've created your service. Now what we'll do is we'll save it. So you click Save, and I would like to call this Demo G, oh, it was Drone. Demo Drone. And you save this, and that's it. You've created it. So when you right click on something now, you'll have that item. And we'll just look at it real quick. Demo Drone, there it is. Excellent. There's nothing else, but we'll get the other ones. To do this quickly and easily, since you already have this open, you have it set up exactly the way you'd like to do it, just go ahead and click File and Duplicate. Great, now we have a copy of it. Everything goes to the same spot. Now I'd like to do one for the G. Just take each one of your cameras, G7X, and I could list out more, but for the demo, I'm just doing a few of them. Everything else is the same. You notice I didn't hit enter, and even if I hit tab right here, this drone at the bottom won't change. Oh, it did change. Good. So just make sure this string looks exactly the way you want it to look. And there's your sample. And we'll do File, Save, and it'll ask you what you want to call it. This one we'll do G7X. And guess what? We're going to do one more. We'll do Duplicate. Same place, everything's the same, except now I would like an iPhone. Done. And make sure it looks correct down in the text. It's not, so I hit Tab, and now it says iPhone. Great, let's save it. It's like magic. Excellent, now you've just automated it. You're done. You can right click on it, go down to Services, and Start. And we'll demo it real quick. I can close all these out. Actually, I can close all of Automator. And let's say we go into the drone footage, and I'd like to import that, pretend that's my card. I right click, go down to Services, and these are drone shots. So great. Start that up, and you can leave it, it's done. I right click, or two-fingered click on it, right click, however you accomplish that. And this is G7X, so I'll go down to G7X, click, I'm done. And as you saw, if it's multiple footage, like on this one, you just highlight them. You highlight whatever you'd like. You can do folders, you can do files, whatever you'd like. And these are from iPhone, and it's being created over here on our right. It's as simple as that. So if you don't have the new dated folder item in Automator, I did supply a link in the description. You download it, click the link, it'll go ahead and automatically download for you. Go into your downloads folder, it'll bring you datedfolder.zip. You can double click on that guy, let him unzip. Great, it makes a new dated folder action. Double click it and it'll install into Automator. It's really simple, there's nothing to it. And then you'll be able to create that action as well. That's it. I'm going to click cancel since I already have it installed. I hope you liked the video. If you think this was helpful, please go ahead and subscribe, comment, anything you'd like. Comments would be great. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you on the next one.